one show, True Blood, Mr. Sam Trammell.
How's it going, everybody?
Good.
Wow, this is deja vu.
I know. Did we just do this?
Yeah, but what's cool is we did a check and yeah.
How many people were here yesterday? Oh, so not that. Oh, how many were not here for the panel yesterday? So most of the people have not been here. Okay, great.
Where were you from?
Let's start at the beginning.
I'm psychic, so I'm going to read you. You
Okay,
come
good.
from New York, and you were some kind of a musician for a while, right?
Totally wrong.
Oh, shit.
Is this your card?
No, that's partly true.
This can swing one of two ways. We can sit up here and hog them, or do you guys have any questions for Sam? Show of hands, if so. Go ahead, kick it off, man.
So, we met the Mickens. Are we ever going to meet the Merlots?
Wow. I'm trying to compute that in my head. Right, you met the Mickens.
And they're gone.
Right. Oh, the Merlots were the people that adopted me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's right. I was like,
It's been a long
the
weekend.
Merlots. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, that's a good question. I don't know if we'll meet the Merlots. We already did kind of. We saw there was the flashback, and we saw me running out, and then that was kind of a cool transition into that little beagle.
Yeah.
That kid who was playing me. Who had to have sex with Mishka.
Right.
So I don't know if we'll come back to them. I kind of doubt it, but you never know.
Cool.
You never know.
Does that ever get weird when, like that very moment where it's like someone asks you about your character and it's like they know it better, almost better than you?
Yeah.
It's like,
Because at a lot of when I meet fans, a lot of times, they've seen the episodes more than I have. Because a lot of you all watch them more than once. And I've seen a few more than once for sure. But
I've talked to people that when someone will bring up a moment like that. I do that. Really? Yeah. It's the whole Shatner thing about in episode 43 you touched the knob.
right. I remember. Yeah, a lot of the fans are more smarter than us. Basically.
So I'm going to ask something you probably asked a lot, which is, have you read the books?
Oh, just a question of have I read the books. Yeah, I read I was telling everybody yesterday, I read the first 4 books kind of just to make sure I wasn't, didn't have some cross-dressing habit or, some weird, something that I had to address in the acting of the first episode. So I kind of, some people read the book, some didn't, some, everybody has a different method, but I read the first 4, also just because I was excited. I got the part, and there was the book. I knew they were based on the books, and I was excited about the part. And when I got the part, I had a meeting with Alan Ball, and he gave me. He's so cool. He gave me the first 2.5 scripts. So he hadn't even finished the 3rd script, but he gave it to me unfinished anyway, because he's one of these guys that just likes to give you information. He does. He a lot of television shows will kind of not give you the script until the last minute, and it's some kind of weird power game, I think. I don't know what it is, but Alan's really cool. And so he gave me the first 2.5 episodes. I read those, and I knew that there was more information out there, so I read those books. Yeah.
Did you like them?
No. They're great. Charlene, I don't know if you all probably haven't met Charlene, but maybe you've read the books, but she's so cool. Like, she's very articulate. She's really smart, and she's really cool. I like her a lot.
This lady back here?
If you could shape-shift into any animal in real life, what would you choose?
Boy, what am I feeling? I said a moose yesterday. I'm out near Canada, and I was just thinking. But I'm gonna go with a crab that doesn't get caught, a Seattle crab. And I'm looking at you because we were talking about those crabs yesterday.
Yeah. Did you ever get to?
I did not. I tried to get one last night. I couldn't get one.
Wow,
Yeah,
the seafood here is good, huh?
yeah, seafood's so good.
Yeah, like I said, the best place is Chesapeake Bay. Anyway, I'm getting fucking hungry now. Let's get off this track.
The show can be pretty, serious in the finished product that we see. So, do you guys like crack up or joke in between just to ease some of the tension?
Yeah. I mean, it's a really comfortable set. We've been doing it long enough. For instance, that scene that I had with Stephen Moyer with our shirts off, shower scene. Did he say something like the water is hard? We had a few laughs on it. Keeping a straight face, was tough on that one. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. But yeah, we have fun on the set for sure.
You just, the fourth season is now aired, and you're going into your fifth. What kind of longevity do you see for the show at this point?
Well, you just never know. Obviously it's really popular. It kind of amazes me. Like, it keeps getting more popular, and then meeting fans and going around the country. I was just in Germany last weekend, and a ton of people from Germany and Belgium and the Netherlands. But we'll see. I think that we're all really happy. I know that the other actors are happy. I would love to do the show for a few more seasons, for many more. And I think the people seem to want more. It's like, it doesn't feel like we peaked yet. It still feels like we're building. In season 4 last year, we had our biggest audience ever in the 10th episode of season 4. So there's still a rise, and that's always a good sign. So me personally, I would love to keep doing it, and I think most of the actors would. And I know you guys want. It seems like most people are like, I need more. The seasons go by so fast. There's only 12 episodes, and that's something we have going for us, I think, as far as longevity, because we're not churning out 20 episodes a year. We're doing 12, and that only gives you so much story. So hopefully we go on for some more seasons.
Juvenile involves pedigree. I don't see him letting the show just run itself into the ground. So.
No, and I think that's another reason that the show is continued to go up, is because the writers really challenge themselves, and Alan especially challenges the writers with every episode. He says, "Why am I watching the show right now? Like, why?" He puts himself in your shoes and says, "What is fascinating and what is cool and what's crazy about this scene?" Like, why they're trying not to retread too much ground, and that's really hard. It's hard to come up with new stuff every season.
Is there a planned arc? Like, they say, given that we're going to go to, let's say, season 10, do the writers and the creative team behind the film or the series go, we know these are the beats we want to hit?
I don't think I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I would imagine that right now there's not a definite end spot, so they're not able to plan for that.
Because you always used to hear that about, like, X-Files. Like, I got it all figured out. And then,
Or like Lost, there was some big, like, what's the big thing?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Our show's more of a character drama, and there's less of a serious plot that has to be solved by the end of the series, obviously. So I imagine maybe in the last season they'll know it's the last season, and they'll say, okay, this is what's going to happen at the very end. This is who Sookie's going to get with. That would be, I guess, the kind of the one thing that you would wonder, like, who is Sookie going to end up with at the end? But yeah, so I don't think there's that kind of planning yet, but there might be, when we figure out what the last season is.
Okay, so last season you had to play Tommy and Skip and Sam. So you had to play another character's version of your own character. What was that like?
It was so fun. You were just asking about me playing Tommy, if you guys can hear.
You did awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it was so fun. I hung out with Marshall a lot, obviously, because we worked together. And he has such a specific accent and just kind of personality that it was, I was picking up on him from the beginning. And I did not know that I was going to get to actually do him, in season 4.
Stop it.
Stop it, everybody. But you know, I was just hanging out. You know, I would just through osmosis, just hanging out with him. Would hear his accent, but also I studied his scenes, and it was a blast. I mean, it was definitely a blast. It was a little bit. I was talking about this yesterday. The first time I read it for the table read, I was a little nervous because I was doing a completely different character. But it was a blast. It was so much fun. It was like, I think it was definitely some of my favorite stuff that I've gotten to do during the whole series.
I have the same question.
Back here?
I actually have a question about something actually before True Blood. I was just wondering, because I remember that episode that you were on Dexter. What was it like being on his table?
On his table? Yeah, because I did the second episode of Dexter. Yeah. It was called Crocodile Tears, and I was this repeat drunk driver which is such a... That's me, yeah. Clean shaven, I had a suit on, I had short hair. You know, I was cleaned up. I was a dick. Yeah, I was a dick, man. I know. I was like a privileged, like, jerk. Yeah, I know. Just like I am in real life. No. Wow, we're getting more people. This is awesome. This is great.
Look at that.
I know, filling up. But that was really cool. So, and also, interesting bit of trivia. Michael Cuesta, who directed that and directed the pilot, directed the last episode of season 1 of True Blood. But anywho, yeah, it was fun. I didn't know Michael at that time, and the show hadn't been on yet, so they didn't know. Nobody knew it was going to be the success it was going to be. But I remember they put me. Of course, I was naked. I'm always naked. They wrapped me in this saran. What?
Just saying.
Just saying. They wrapped me up in this saran wrap. I wasn't totally naked. I had some like flesh-colored, thing on. Briefs.
What are you wearing?
I know. Where am I going? I'm getting like digging up myself in a hole.
Can you say all this a little slower and deeper?
I was in. But yeah, they wrapped me up in that saran wrap, and I was wrapped up for 4 hours. I remember. And I started to lose feeling in my arms, and luckily lunch came around, and they cut me out of that thing. But it was pretty weird, It was pretty weird because he's convincing, And it was just kind of creepy, It was kind of creepy, but it was cool. I liked that part. I like playing bad guys. Bad guys are always more fun to play.